about how much we should be expected to compromise, and we sent a clear message that status quo is no longer acceptable. And now we move forward with the wind at our backs. Please continue to pray for wisdom, strength, and resources for my campaign, for solidarity with those who chose to support another, but who we embrace as our brothers and sisters, and pray for my new opponents, that they may also receive wisdom and act in accordance with God's will. Second, contribute and fundraise. God provided exactly what we needed to win the primary and no more, which means we are now at square one financially. Despite the belief of those entrenched in the established political system that we need $100,000 to $150,000 to beat Dan Troy, our estimates come in at a much more reasonable $75,000, which takes into consideration the sweat equity of volunteers like you and creative marketing techniques. $75,000 is still a lot of money, but given the sheer number of voters in Lake County, that is the amount necessary to run the strong campaign needed to win. Please consider contributing to the campaign tonight, and ask your friends and family to contribute too. I hope to see you later this evening if circumstances allow, but if not, thank you again so much for all you have done and all you will do in the coming months. I'll see you soon. That's from Kim Laurie. And I do need to add, we're not used to, at least I'm not, maybe all of you are, but I'm not used to contributing money to candidates. Partially because the candidates that were running for, I didn't care that much if they won anyway. They weren't going to represent me. But if we want to have candidates that will represent us, we may need to change, well, we will have to change our thinking a little bit. And I'm not saying that anybody has to contribute $10,000, though if you wish to, you're certainly free to. But if we all partake in what we can do, then we have the opportunity to get the type of representation in government that we want. Okay, State Central Committee, 25th District. We have with us tonight our new State Central Committee member from the 25th District, and that would be Denise Verdi. And she beat the incumbent by roughly, I think it was 61 to 39. And she didn't spend a lot of money on it either. Did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So, welcome, Denise.
Thank you so much. First of all, I wanted to, just out of curiosity, anybody that has helped out by being a foot soldier, either by passing out pamphlets or making phone calls or volunteering financially, could you please stand?
For which candidate?
For anybody that we have up here. Let's give you, I want to give you all a round of applause. I cannot thank you enough. This is, right there, is a perfect example of how little voices all join together that make one voice. I'm telling you what, this was probably as big a shock to me as it was to my opponents. Could you imagine? I didn't even really exactly know who my opponent was until I found out afterwards, the one that had called me when I got grilled by, I was on vacation and they wanted to do an interview. Well, I couldn't because I was on vacation. So I said, if you want to call me on the phone, I'll be glad to do that. So they did, and here they had a round table, people that just grilled me, wanted to find out who this unknown person was. And here come to find out that my opponent was the one that set the whole thing up. So anyways, but I managed to get through all that, but this is just, I've really been thinking about this and thinking, this is such an example of how we little people, us ordinary people, everybody doing a little bit, what we can accomplish. And let this be a testimony to us and real support. Change the subject. There was, this is kind of funny, but I was talking to a coworker this morning. He was telling me about this one character. Tell me if anybody knows who Captain Video is. Look, there's only a few hands. I'm like, who the heck is Captain Video? And he couldn't believe me.
60 years old.
Exactly. He couldn't believe that I didn't know who it was. So I immediately went to my computer and was Googling, Captain Video, and it was, I giggled so hard because it was just this, it was this, he was a hero of the day, and so you just I kept hearing, and I was laughing so hard because you kept hearing, Captain Video! And it was all to be the preliminary of this program. Captain Video! I kept saying that over and over again. Anyways, I just want to affectionately give the title to Chuck Laughlin as Captain Patriot. He is totally, him and his wife are totally my heroes. I am telling you what, I've never seen somebody work so hard and so diligently for the passion and love for his country. So, I have come up with a couple little humble gifts. This one is for Miss Nancy. This t-shirt that says, All-American Jesus Love Girl. And I have one for Mr. Captain Patriot. And that is One Nation Under God. And I wrote a little book, and it's called My Scripture Nuggets, and I want to give each of you one of these as a little gift, token. That was yours, that was yours. And so I just wanted to thank that. They are so much my hero. Let's give them a round of applause. Even though I probably have done this backwards, I had talked to the State Central Committee member that I had met, Lisa Cooper, and I talked to another one. I went down to Columbus to meet with Tom Z. I can't pronounce his last name, so I just say Tom Z. I met with him, and it was just a really valuable thing in Columbus. And so I talked to Lisa Cooper today, and she said how so many people have, that how hard she worked for her campaign and everything. And she says, with you, she goes, most people work hard for their campaign, and then afterwards they can skate. And so, but I feel just the opposite. I just slithered right in there, and so now I really feel responsible. And so I just really, really covet your prayers, that you pray for me as I really, really want to serve you well in this position. And I have a lot to learn. I'm going to just cozy up to some veterans. I'm really anxious to get to know people better. I've been really having some lengthy conversations with people that are veterans and whatnot. But most things, I really believe that this was a God thing for me, and I believe that He has appointed me in this position for such a time as this for whatever reason. It will be unfolded, but really appreciate your coveted prayers, and just thanks again.
Thank you, Denise. Okay. The other part of Lake County is in the 18th district, which is half of Lake County and all of Geauga County and the northern part of Portage County. And when I saw the results in Lake County on election night, our candidate was way at the bottom. But when Geauga County and Portage County came in, we see that 34, 33, and 33, and our candidate won by roughly 300 votes or so. And John is with us this evening, so